Good morning, this is Kathy, and this is the pre-market analysis for Monday, June 23rd. All right, yes, has completed a bearish pattern and is attempting to go into retracement mode, but initially it's validating this bullish cross. So that's going to be a very important initial support test, 1952. The longer it holds below 1956.25, the higher the probability of going into retracement mode. Now, Friday was an NR 7-day, only a 3.5 point range, so there is potential for expansion today or tomorrow. So far, there has not been expansion during Globex, so that could be good for regular trading hours. If price hold initial support test below 1952 is going to be 1948. Ideal minimum target is 1943.5, and then the ideal target would be 100% retracement at 1917.5. Now, as long as it holds above this rising moving average or bounces off the 1948, implication is it's going to retest this PRZ or extend past it and test the extended PRZ with the extreme at 1967. Anything above there is going to have the ABCD targets. Profile wise, like I said, it was an NR 7-day, and so if it breaks below 1952, it looks like. Watch for a hold. Now, Friday was one of those extremely low probability days where price did not breach either one of the IB levels. So that's really ES holding its breath. Above 1956.75 has to depend on fibs. Below 1952 has magnet area at 1950.25 and 1949.50. It's not until price can get back below that 1948 that it have some unfinished business to contend with down to 1937. Where'd my CL chart go? Okay, CL. Very similar situation in that it's completed a bearish pattern at the initial portion of the PRZ and is attempting to go in retracement mode. This is behaving more like currently it is invalidating attempt to invalidate the bullish cross, and the longer it can hold below 106.94, the increased probability of that scenario and a test of 106.56 to 106.39. Once price is inside this golden ratio zone below 106.56, it increases the probability of testing the lower portion, 106, and below there has ideal target of 105.11. So how price behaves at the GRZ, whether it's on top, on bottom, or inside, is important. Okay? Otherwise, a bounce off the GRZ, and here we go with an invalidation test of that bullish cross. Bounce off the GRZ or a hold back above 106.94 implies a retest of the bearish scarfly, PRZ, or extended target 108.46. Profile wise, Friday, there was some unfinished business. It was pretty light volume between 106.93 and 106.61, and currently price is at 106.82, so it's still inside that region, right? A hold below 106.64 has a magnet at 106.48, and then a pretty strong support region at the 106.30 area. Once it's below there, there is a gap at 106.05, which is close to a magnet of 105.99. Okay. And in Q, how weird. In Q is in between opposing emerging patterns, but see this light blue trend line? The longer it holds below there, the less probability of completing this green pattern, which is called a deep crab. So there is some potential chop to form some right shoulders. We do have enough for a right shoulder for the small right shoulder. If that's going to be the case, then the neckline would be shifted from there to there if we just break down there, right? So right now I'm looking to see if we're going to have two shoulders or one, and so this is what the two-shouldered neckline looks like, and it's going to correlate with that GRZ level 3787. Below there, it doesn't have far to go to reach its harmonic target of 3781.25, and how price behaves there is important. What probably the ideal scenario would be with the breakdown of that neckline is a completion of the Gartley, a bounce into the neckline to test it as resistance, and a hold would continue to retrace the head and shoulders and complete the extended targets, namely at 3765.25 and 3754. Okay, but if price pushes back above this golden ratio zone, 37.94, and more importantly, back above that light blue trend line and gets back above this golden ratio zone of 37.99, it increases the probability of completing the double bearish PRZ at 38.21.25 area. Profile wise, Friday was a very balanced profile, and so until it can either hold above 37.99.50 or below Friday's low of the day, more importantly below 37.84, the implication is it's going to keep returning to that 37.91 region. Currently price is at 37.91.75, so we're still hovering at value.